Alright, so we are leaving for today.
Okay.
Alright, Joker, let's retreat. Okay. I don't know. I was about to say, I know the narrative purpose of these, but I don't like them. I don't really even know the narrative purpose of them. What's the point of this? Oh, let's let you explore and get into the dungeon a bit and, figure some stuff out and, get to a certain small point in the dungeon. Now we're gonna recall you and not let you explore some more until some more story happens. I don't like that. It's a disruptive thing, but, Then there's more story that happens and I get intrigued by that and I'm fine and I can come back and I can actually play it, I'm fine. But they could do what they do with the narrative with these come back and leaves thing, really quick, explore the first bit and then leave things. Although I guess narratively it might serve, oh hey, Metaverse is kind of tiring, or, we're just kind of getting our bearings and we'll actually make a plan or something like that. I can see reasons why, but I still don't feel like it's entirely justified, narratively and especially gameplay-wise. So, shruggity Durgan, but, it's not like I hate it or anything. If I really dislike the fuck out of how this game plays in general, then I wouldn't love it so much and I wouldn't have played it so damn much. But yeah. Return to the real world. Now returning to the real world from Shido's Palace. Thank you for your hard work. Thank you for being an awesome video game. Yo, Sojiro. What up, bro? Oh, you're back. Indeed I is. Yeah, he was afraid I wasn't gonna come back, wasn't he? Big Sojiro hug. So this is it, huh? I have to do this. You're right. Do what you need to do. I'll try to help any way I can. Just don't be reckless, got it? I won't. Although, that's a lie. I think I, as a character, as a person, would probably say that, but Joker would not. Probably. At least, he might actually say that, but hell. One of the first lines you hear in the game is On saying that he's reckless. So, yeah, he's just a reckless person. Frankly, that's part of probably why he was able to do all the things that he does throughout the course of this game. And I bet there will be even more examples of that in the third semester, which I haven't even gone to yet, so I'm closing in on that-ish, even though I know there's still a lot of game to go, and a lot of it's bogged down by my rambly Durganness, but I enjoy doing this rambly stuff, so, hopefully others will as well, but it's, literally therapeutic for me to do this, so sitting here letting myself ramble is awesome, and very helpful. But anyway, that palace is an accurate portrayal of Shido's nature. What do you mean? I have to agree. I am sure he's quite used to traveling, especially on extravagant ships, and it should be obvious he's not using his own money for it. There are all sorts of rumors online. Oh, I get it, he's using tax money? Not cool, Shido. I think he believes that which belongs to others in turn belongs to him. Even people's lives, that is correct. This country will be a miserable place if Shido becomes Prime Minister. Kind of like America and Trump, okay. Political comparison's over, but it's kind of funny how I think that basically was what Trump's presidency was, and it was kind of predicted by this game. Moving on. We have to stop it. Right. We gotta pay him back for what he did to Derg, too. Yeah, I'm so happy that you guys got my back. I got your backs too. I love them. Especially Makoto, because he loves her. Sojiro, don't do anything rash. Not like you'd listen to me anyway. Okay, fine, Sojiro. Okay. It's okay. I will do rash things, but I'm an anime protagonist, so I'll be fine. Actually, I could probably coffee and not much else tonight, right? So I'll probably just coffee / curry / probably coffee, because didn't I make curry pretty soon ago? And I think there's it's I don't know if it's specific days or it's a time limit from the last time you made curry. I have no freaking clue. I feel like it might be specific days. Similarly to how the looking in the fridge to make food worked in Persona 4. And I think it was a thing in 3 too, but I don't quite remember. Or I should say works in 4, because referring as games you could still sit down and play now as past tense seems so odd to me. Why are you... you could literally experience that game right now. Why the fuck are you referring to it as past tense? That's always made me it's like people discount things that are older. And all that matters is the things that are new. That seems to be the mentality behind saying that. Not all that matters, but this was the past, now this is the future, when in all actuality, you could absolutely ignore all new releases and play old games until the day you die because so many games have happened. So it's so weird. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. I just don't like that, and I'm trying to not say that, but it's so common terminology when you're talking about games that I tend to do it anyway. So I'm working on rewiring that, because I think it's extremely important, the language you use, and that transforming your language and what you say, you know, what you call something or how you say something is literally a life transformative thing, at least mentally. Like, right now, I'm in pretty much the same situation that I was a year or two ago, but I'm so much happier. I think a lot of the reason is I changed the language I use with people, with myself, with these videos, and these videos are a huge part of how I have been changing that language, because I edit these and I listen to myself, right? And then I realize what I'm saying and why I'm saying it, and then I stop. Or at least I gradually continue to say better things. And then my thought loops aren't as ridiculous because I'm not feeding them with, you know, saying things that perpetuate them, whether I realize that or not. A lot of the perpetuative things were tricky, too. Like, I'll say something like, you know, that oh, this will be fine, this will be great, this will be perfect, and then it isn't perfect, and then I'm panicking. That's like a, you know, I make myself feel better in the moment with that, but then I make myself feel worse later. Instead, letting that anxiety pass allows that future moment not to be so bad. It's stopping the build-up before it happens. That's the key to truly conquering anxiety as much as one can conquer it, because at the end of the day, it's a natural feeling that's necessary for human survival. And it's a great tool when it's used in the right ways, but, you know, increasingly in society, it's the brain thinks that you're in danger because of just all of the importance placed on so many social things that don't actually have to do with life or death. And not just social things, but, you know, material things, and, you know, gotta do this by this, and blah blah, like, you know. Anyway, Durkin rant over for the moment. I didn't mean to go try to make tools. What I actually meant to do is go downstairs. By the way, but first, what does Morgana say when I talk to him, at least? What's up, Morgana? What you gotta say to the Durgan?
Okay.
We finally have the keyword we need. Hecky. It's time to counterattack and give Shido what's coming for him. Hecky, motherfucker! Alrighty, It's starting to get cold. Time really does fly. Indeed. Yeah, it would start to get cold this November.
Hey!
At least on this hemisphere. If you live in Australia or something, it'd be different. It'd be the flip-flop. I have an Australian friend and we often joke about how, you know, hey, just come over here and you won't be so damn hot. Or, you know, vice versa. Are you gonna try making some coffee? I'll brew some coffee.
Make sure your clothes up.
I'm heading home for the day. It's good you've really taken a shine to this stuff.
Whoa.
I love the smell of good coffee.
Yes! Alright.
The way you're drinking it makes it look delicious. Master coffee. I made coffee without thinking about curry. Frankly, I'm gonna use the coffee more anyway, because the curry is just the... Yeah, the curry is just the save room thing. So, I think I've made enough curry. I've made a good bit of curry. And it's a full restore, so... When I, like, see a save room, or I feel like I should be getting close to a save room because it's been a while, I'll hold off. And, you know, on continuing to top off Joker. And topping off Joker, I think, should still be my main priority until people stop being able to cast. For, you know, or at least I know they're getting close to it. Basically, when anyone's danger low, I will start pumping coffee into them. But only then, because I know that I tend to get like, oh, I could just top them off right now and not have to worry about it for much longer, but I feel like it's honestly more inefficient in the long term that way. I'll try this way, just like only when they're really low. And maybe don't try to fill it up the bar either. I don't really need to do that. I mean, like, if I think about it, I don't need to do that at all, because I just need to give them one, and then they can cast a few times, and then I can give them another when they stop being able to cast, or like when I know they're gonna not be able to cast soon. So, if I think about it that way, I might waste a lot less, because I'm not, I'm not filling up everyone's bars when a lot of times I'm not using certain people very much, so I end up basically wasting the coffee on them, because they aren't the ones that are really in need of it. They're not in danger of not being able to use their skills. Anyway, looks like the Chief's gentlemanly charm is rubbing off on you. So yeah, I'm gonna keep the SP coffee going, but I will also try to meter it so that maybe it might actually last this whole dungeon, like I've been hoping I would be able to make happen by doing this so much. And now, frankly, I'm just gonna stop caring about confidants, because the main ones I wanted to finish this playthrough, which was really just Makoto and really just Maruki, but mostly this is really just, I'm doing a let's play and playing Persona the way that I'm most inclined to play it in order to get experience on YouTube. I'm not trying to do, a completionist run or anything, especially because that's not how I tend to roll anyway. But I have a feeling I will want to sit down and completionize this game, that's a word now, one day. Especially because I really enjoy the act of getting more comfy with doing more in games and striving for more in games. And out of games. And also, I literally feel more able to focus on everything. And the main reason is I have a good focuser, and that's this dream of not just being a YouTuber, but being able to make a life and a living out of what I love, including gaming, including stories, including music, including writing, including talking people's ears off like this, you know what I mean? Yeah. Including trying to be a kind person and help people in my own way. Including spreading information and ideas and perspectives I think are important or that have helped me. That sort of thing, And that I think might help people grow and understand things and live better lives. At least, through these entertainment mediums that most people go to just escape life. And basically I'm hoping that one day these people will always go to do these things because they enjoy it, not to escape life. And you know what? I've basically gotten there to a degree, except for certain kinds of situations. I now play games because I enjoy them, and not because I'm escaping life, because I feel like I finally found what I need, and that was an endeavor to work at. And right now, I'm still living in my parents' house. I'm still entirely financially dependent on my parents. However, I have an endeavor to work for. And I also have friends online to talk to, and my parents are also great people, and I do stuff around the house for them, and right now I am content with this life, but that does not mean that I'm complacent. I think that a lot of people look at contentment and think it means complacency, when contentment can mean you're still stretching outside of your comfort zone. It just means that you're okay with how you're living your life, with your choices. Contentment, in my definition, means you're okay with what choices you're making, regardless of the outcomes. And that complacency is an entirely different thing, and that it should not be associated so closely with contentment. Anyway, we should rest now. We have a big day tomorrow. Complacency is, I don't like this, but it's fine. And, that's my definition of it anyway.
It's me. Sorry, I know you're tired. It'll be a sec, just hear me out.
And I think, weirdly enough, you might need a certain degree of complacency to figure out how to be content. But then at that point, you stop having the complacency problem, because it is a problem. And I am now content in striving for things. Not for more, but just for continuing to do stuff that I enjoy. And realizing that I might need to change it up to continue being fulfilled, and that that's okay. and that I might need to level up in some ways to be fulfilled, and that's okay, in quite a lot of ways, but I've also noticed that, well, it takes me a while to achieve something, and that is actually a boon of mine. I've started to realize it's a strength as much as it feels like a weakness sometimes, because this world tries to teach you to be so fast-paced in order to feed you into the corporation money machines that make all these executives that are actually in control of most things, including government, because we all know that they lobby the fuck out of politicians and make them make decisions that benefit them. You know, especially in corporate America. In America, like, capitalism fucking rules. So we are taught by most of society, because most of society is set up by the rich and powerful, to want to be efficient and to want to slave away at a company for the rest of our lives. Where I choose not to do that, because I have this technology that ironically was created by these assholes, and the people working for these assholes that are probably not assholes, are probably just really good, brilliant people. But regardless, you know, this technology is the result of capitalism to a degree, I'm sure. Especially because the computers have made so many things faster, right? But, you know, at the same time, this is my ability to not be a slave to capitalism. This computer that I'm recording this on right now. Because this way I do not have to sign away most of my life to something that only drains me. And also, oftentimes, I literally can't do work I don't want to do. The reason I say that is I get so anxious and so depressed, and I can't fucking function anymore. And then I often explode, and then they fire me. And that made me realize I need to be doing something I want with my life more than most people. I can't just be okay. I can't be complacent with a job that I don't like. I can't do it. And I'm so grateful that my parents are still financially supporting me, and more or less supporting my dreams, even though they still think they're futile, because they haven't seen the results yet. And most people still ask me, hey, are you making any money yet? No? Why the fuck is that what you're concerned about? Fucking go away and let me do what I want. And then I'll figure out how to make money, and I'll probably do it faster if I feel like there's some imminent reason to care about money, but right now I have no imminent reason for that. Anyway.
I've decided what I want to do with Shido after going into his palace. We can't let him run free. If there's a heart we gotta steal, it's definitely gotta be his.
That's right.
Yeah. Man, you knew this whole time, huh? I want to avenge you, that's a no-brainer, but that's not it. If we let him run the country, the weak will be totally effed. Isn't it our duty to protect them?
We'll protect them to the end.
Remember when I told you that heroes who lurk in the shadows are boring? Well, forget what I said. Those heroes are way cooler.
I love Ryuji, man. I love it. I love this arc he goes through, too. And I freaking love these on the other end of the line portraits that were added in Royal. They're so good. They look so good.
Hey, once we change Shido's heart... no, never mind. Forget it.
Ryuji doesn't want to stop being the Phantom Thieves. It's okay, though, Ryuji. We actually have a bigger enemy than this, and we have Persona 5 Strikers later, where we're basically going to be doing the same thing for another good while, so... I think you're fine, Ryuji, you just don't know that yet.
Let's do it. Let's steal that bastard Shido's heart. I'll do everything I can to make it happen.
I believe in you, Ryuji!
You're listening to me. See ya.
You're welcome. If it's anything I pride myself on, it's listening to people. Because a lot of times, like, I know what it means to feel like I need to be listened to. I feel like I'm not listened to. I feel, again, just being able to vent to someone, and someone just allowing you to vent to them is very powerful. And I think I'm getting better and better at that because I'm realizing that, I used to talk just like this with people. But now I have a place to vent, and it's this channel. And there's other places too, actually. Actually, no, this is the place that I vent right now. And I'm hoping it also helps people. It's not just for me, it's for any future viewers that hopefully might enjoy some aspect of this. I know that I tune in oftentimes for the personality of the person that is, playing, and they're often more sensitive guys like me who tend to fucking ramble. So I know there's a market for who I am. I just need to keep working on it. And I will show the world that regardless of what they think of me, I can still be successful, and they'll have to deal with that. Anyway, and me being a person that's choosing to live a life most people would think is a degenerate life of sitting around playing a game. But it's more than that. It's about working on projects, and it's about the love of the medium and all the things it can bring you and bring others, and the camaraderie it can bring, especially with the advent of Twitch and the like, and YouTube and the like as well. Anyway. And, streaming video in general, both, just videos and also streams, which is also moving. Apparently YouTube streaming is getting better and better. And, if y'all want, actually, maybe I don't need y'all to want me to start streaming. I could just, test stream here on the YouTubes and see what happens, because, well, I've kind of built myself a thing here. But we'll see what happens when that happens. Campaign season has begun. I bet it'll be an overwhelming victory for Representative Shido. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna vote for him. Maybe I'll actually vote. Maybe I'll actually vote this time. There are many politicians who are like Shido-san. Wait, why are people still saying we died? What happened to the, hey, we're coming back thing? Wasn't that a big plot point? Why is Fansite still acting like we're dead? Unless we haven't really done that yet. Have we? I don't remember. I guess I'm gonna tell the truth. Not really. I guess that must be hard even for you. And, it's definitely cold now, because look at us. Fucking, yeah, this attic must be the least insulated thing in the world. Look at how our visible our breath is. It must be fucking freezing up here. Jesus Christ. Now that we know who's behind it all, we can't get hasty. Rushing will just make us sloppy. But, jeez, it's been getting cold lately. We might freeze to death before we can change his heart. Let's look to see if we can find anything to help us get warm. There we go. Nice little heater. This is good. It's so warm.
Hey!
Cat just chilling in front of the heater. It's always a cute thing to see. Listen, Morgan, I'm sorry. You are a cat. You have to embrace the cat. Embrace the kitty within you! Once we take care of Shido. Yeah, everyone's afraid of not being able to be Phantom Thieves anymore. At least I think that's why 2 people have said this now. I'm pretty sure that is what they're getting at here. I don't 100% remember, though, but I'm pretty damn sure that is what this is about. What's wrong? Well, I was just thinking. Yeah, okay, yeah. It's what I thought. It's pretty inferable, but oftentimes I second guess myself and I don't... Yeah, I don't think things are obvious until it's clear that they're obvious in retrospect. That they were obvious in retrospect. Like seeing the whole thing unfold. Oftentimes I tend to do that. It's interesting. I was just thinking, this might be the last job for the Phantom Thieves. Everyone's goals and ambitions, they're all linked to taking down Shido. That's how I feel. We all became Phantom Thieves for our own reasons. We weren't just playing around. Outside of the Phantom Thieves, you also have friends who've been helping you. They believe in you. We have an important battle ahead of us, and we only made it all this way because of them. There's no guarantees we'll make it out of this. See them as much as you can so you have no regrets. Alright, I understand. Derek, I'm with you all the way to the end. Ah, thank you, Morgana! Second pitting battle is personal, so we'll do it your way. Now you can fight Shido on your own terms. But yeah, that's just an idea of, hey, confidants are, closing in as not being a thing. However, again, at this point, I've stopped caring anyway. Although, I will probably try to at least max out... Yeah, the more I think about it, I absolutely will try my best to max out Futaba and Haru, and I think those are the last 2 members of the clan that I need to really do that with. Hasn't Durgan been taking a lot of days off? I wonder if it's got something to do with his record. I wonder if everyone's already correlating him to being the Phantom Thief guy.
Okay, quiet down.
I believe I mentioned this before, but Dirk-kun is back at his family's home, even though that's not true. It's a personal matter, so don't go spreading rumors. How long can we keep this up? We need to take care of things before we get caught. I believe in you, Odd, and your nice ass. I'm sorry, look. The camera angle is perfect. Anyway.
Hey, are you sure it's okay for him to be down here working
Speaking
right
of perfect camera angles and nice butts, though, I'm sorry. I know Futaba is like 15, and that Anna's like 16, but Anna's also like 18 in Strikers. So, I'm not a pedophile, guys. No, I'm not a pedophile in general. I just, listen, they over-sexualize anime characters as just a rule. Leave me alone. Anyway. Hey, hold on, yeah, that's right. He did voice act that.
I mean, wouldn't it be bad if a Shujin student walked in and saw him?
Don't worry about it.
Welcome.
Kasumi, speaking of over-sexualized female anime characters, though, anyway.
What did I just say?
Nah, still fine. Senpai? You're not like a stunt double or something, right?
It's the real Dergy.
I don't know what's happening, but I really hope this isn't a dream.
Yeah, I definitely want to romance Kasumi in my next playthrough. Which I have a feeling I'll put on the channel. I might start putting just all of my gaming on this channel. Or on streaming or what have you. We'll see what ends up happening with that.
Well, are you pleased? I'm the one who set this up. A little surprise from me to you. I asked Futaba to do me a favor. And I asked Ryuji to pass the message along to Kasumi.
Ah.
I knew you'd be wiped out for a while, so I made sure to give you time to recover first. Oh, thank goodness. I'm just so happy.
Kasumi hug.
No one cares about my scheme.
I care, Morgana. Thank you for being awesome. An awesome friendo. Huggle.
Well, it looks like you know what's been going on with him. Take a seat, why don't you? No reason to stand around. I'm going out for a bit to grab some groceries. I'll let you all get caught up with each other.
She acts very forward.
So you're Yoshizawa-san,
like,
right?
I wonder if she really has a crush on us and has this whole time. Because she acts very forward. I wonder if that's really just, hey player, cute new waifu. Or if it's literally like she has had a crush on us since she started being so extremely friendly to us. Because I kind of feel like, I just get that vibe. She keeps standing close to us a lot too and everything. And I don't know how much of that is, hey, fan service, and how much of that is just her being very friendly, and how much of that is she actually has a crush on him, which would make a lot of sense. In fact, of course, if I could sit the developers down, or the people that were responsible for writing the story anyway, if I could sit them down and be like, hey, so do all the main heroines actually have a crush on Joker? And is that how that kind of works? I would imagine they would say yes. Though I am not sure about that. But Kasumi is the most overt about it. Actually, Futaba's definitely very overt about it too. They all are in their own ways, but for some reason I feel like An is less so. At least a little bit. And Makoto definitely has a lot of that. But I feel like Futaba and Haru and Kasumi have more of that than both An and Makoto. They definitely all have their moments, though. And An's is mostly in her arc, and Makoto's is actually kind of strung throughout the game. I kind of feel like, I don't know, An is not really as much of a focus on a waifu character as a lot of the others. Alright.
Well, what's up? It's a pleasure meeting you.
Oh yeah, Futaba, don't worry about it. She's really nice. It's okay. Yes, it's a new stranger. Oh my god, scary, but she's fine. I promise. I believe in you, Futaba.
Yes, nice to meet you as well, Sakura-san.
And see, she responded as if Futaba wasn't being awkward whatsoever. Just, there was no pause, there was no uncertainty, there was, that's how you respond to someone who's really nervous. If you respond to someone who's really nervous like that, speaking as someone who has had extreme social anxiety, it often is like, oh, okay, wow, I guess I'm doing fine. And then you relax and calm down and everything's fine, you know?
Could you at least figure out whether to be polite or casual? Shut up!
Hey.
Don't you underestimate my people anxiety?
Yeah, that, you don't fucking do that, Morgana. That pisses me off, frankly. Don't fucking say shit like that. This is a crash course on how to and not to deal with social anxiety. With, like, you know, if you're not the person with social anxiety. And exactly what she just said, don't underestimate it. If you think it's ridiculous and that they're just acting or that they could do better right now, it's fucking wrong, and stop that. It's something that takes time and takes patience and is helped along by other people's patience. And the less impatient you are with the more impatient you are. Okay, so let me rephrase that. The less patient you are with someone with social anxiety, the worse their social anxiety will get around you. The more patient you are with them, the less it will be a problem. Please work on being more patient with people, especially those anxious people in your life. If you love them, work on that, please, because it helps us so much. Anyway.
Mona tells me that you helped him out in that palace a while back. We are awfully grateful for that.
Oh no, it was my pleasure. He's usually the one who helps me out.
Not
only that, I'd promised to repay his kindness to me, no matter what.
Kasumi hug. She's awesome.
What a refined response. Are we really around the same age?
You know, there's something I've wanted to ask you, Yoshizawa. Why were you in that palace in the first place?
I mean, yeah, they're both the same age, but Yoshizawa was well adjusted to social life, and you're not, Futaba. Cut yourself some slack.
That's...
I was wondering that too. Of course, I'm extra grateful that you saved our leader, but if our plan had somehow leaked, then we need to change our tactics from here on out.
It all started about a week ago, when we had lunch together on the roof of the school.
But that day's when...
Ah, she figured it out. She figured it out because she's fucking smart. And Morgana let spill a little bit too many details.
I got the feeling that something big was going to take place that day, so... I'm so sorry.
It's okay, Kasumi. You fucking saved my life.
I was actually following you the entire time.
Kasumi hug. By the way, the voice actress is doing a stellar job here.
Wait, we were tailed there?
She's a stealthy one.
We definitely had no idea about that.
Nope.
It's like night and day compared to when Makoto was following us.
That's true! She has no idea how to be subtle at all, but that's part of why Joker loves her.
I've been considering for a while now. Perhaps I should be fighting alongside you if I have special powers like yours, Senpai. I wondered if an outsider like myself should even get involved. But I couldn't just stand back and do nothing.
You saved me.
Oh, it was nothing compared to how much you've done for me in the past.
I'd beg to differ, but, well, humble person will be a humble person.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but you're not done here yet, are you?
Unfortunately, no. Got one more big boy to go.
Then perhaps I ought to lend you a hand.
Well, we could definitely use the additional firepower, but...
I'm thankful for her offer to help, but Shida was more dangerous than ever previous. Okay. I don't like this. Okay, so... These games have this thing. Oh, we gotta protect the girls. Have you fucking seen how she fought inside? She saved your ass, dude. Why are you thinking like this? Why are you trying to protect her? She can fucking protect herself. I don't like this. Why did they take the girl characters and try to... I don't know, like, I don't think this is good. This is kind of sexist in a well-meaning way. And from what I see. Now, I am a dude, but I feel like I see this everywhere, and that I wouldn't be like that, because God knows I know some women who absolutely can fend for themselves, and frankly, you know why I'm so adamant about this? I had to learn that a lot of the women I felt like were meek, and a lot of the people I felt like were meek can fend for themselves. And I think another part of the reason is the fact that a lot of people look at me and think I'm meek, and often offer help that I absolutely know I do not need, and I have to tell them I'm fine, okay? And they don't believe it until I show them that that is true. And that's just kind of how some people are. Both, you know, the people that appear meek to others, and the people that tend to, you know, overhelp or overprotect those people. It's two sides of the same problem coin, you know. But it's always something to work on, and it's always something you can work on, and that's everything like this. And that's a beautiful thing. It'd be wisest to... No, it wouldn't. She's fine, dude. I really dislike this kind of sentiment, because she can clearly handle herself. Let her help, dude. You've all got each other's backs anyway. Anyway.
Senpai?
Hug. Ugh. I really hate saying this, so I'll go for the second option. I appreciate the offer. It's too dangerous. She saved your life, dude. Fucking get off that shit.
Well, you say that, but...
Honestly, we have no idea what risks you would face. Our enemy this time is more dangerous than anyone else so far.
Did you fucking see how she kicked... Actually, wait. Morgana didn't see that. Fair enough. But we did.
Also, we pretty much brought this entire mess down upon ourselves, so this is on us.
Okay, well, that I can get, though. The reasoning of, oh, we gotta protect Kasumi even though she saved my ass. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me, but this... Like, we don't want to get her involved because she has nothing to do with this. She is not a phantom thief. We fucked ourselves over here. Why, you know, it's wrong to drag her into this. That I get. That I can get behind, so that's fine. But if that was the only angle they were coming from here, I would be much more fine with this plot point. Anyway.
We're delighted by the offer, but we really can't drag you into this any further.
Like, if literally those two lines was it, and it wasn't just, oh, we gotta protect her, then I think it'd be fine.
Moreover, you have something to do yourself, right?
I
Kasumi
believe I'd be
hug.
acting selfishly if I were to press any further.
It's okay, we will be helping her out with that later. And we'll also get to see her be the badass she deserves to be.
Very well. I understand your reasoning. If that's the situation, then I'll wait for you to return.
I believe in you, Kasumi, and I know you believe in us, and that is beautiful. Thank you very much.
But you have to promise me this. You'll come back safe no matter what.
I promise!
I don't ever want to feel as horrible as I did when I thought you...
Now, granted, she could just super ultra mega care about us as a friend. But a lot of these lines feel very intentionally romantic in connotation to a degree that I feel like is kicked up from most of the girls in the game, especially because Kasumi is a new character that is weaved into the game from the very beginning in Royal. Whereas, for example, Haru, I'll use a terminology I gained from a person I watch very religiously, Lore Runner, on Twitch. He just does some really great in-depth, lore and gameplay analysis, you know, playthroughs of games, where he's reviewing them, you know, from as non-biased a standpoint as possible, and really diving deep into the lore and stuff. And he's analyzed media like this his whole life. It's been is one of his main passions, right? So he has a lot of insight into it, and I think that honestly, if you want to be a game developer, or if you want to write good things, or if you just want to understand what makes games good, you know, or just like what makes you enjoy things and what makes you not, and just like understand the depths of how storytelling and gameplay work or don't work, it's just really fascinating to watch him, and I think it's a very powerful tool for continuing to be you know, like, because I'm a student of gaming itself in so many ways, and his channel is really powerful for that for me. Kasumi hug, but what he said was, going back to Haru, he attributed her to a lorium, which, is, a term he coined, basically. He has many of them that he uses to describe a lot of situations that recur in different games. He calls it, last party member syndrome, where the last party member you get in an RPG like this, Haru, in this case, and it still applies to Royal, and it's actually worse in Royal because Kasumi's added to the mix. Haru is so underdeveloped compared to the rest of the people. She's the rich girl's daughter who... The rich man's daughter who doesn't want to be married to her fiancé, but is still going along with him, and is sad, her father dies, and she's sad about it, and she's saddled with all this debt, but then she's also really sweet, and I can't really think of many other character traits of her right now, but Kasumi is so complex. She's a gymnast who really works hard at craft, has a lot of issues with, clearly she's doing it for her sister, and she feels a lot of, anxiety over that, but, and she tries to really help out everyone around her, but, she has a lot of nuances to her that it's hard to actually pinpoint right now, but I just feel like there's so much more nuance to her. And I honestly feel like, I don't know, just as a character, she's so much well represented, what her morals are, what her goals are, what her life is, and what's interesting was we know less about her life. We know less about what's going on. We know that she has a dad who cares about her, and that she had a sister who died, and that's mostly it, and also, she's a gymnast, and she has a lot of issues with, the fact that she's supposed to be this honor student, and a lot of people hate her for that, and, I think I've already said more nuance than was in Haru as an entire character. And then also, she's super determined, and she's super determined to help the people around her, and she will go to great lengths to do so. And now that she's discovered this metaverse power that she has, she just went out of her way to use it for us, and I don't know, it's really interesting. We'll see you soon, Kasumi, I promise.
I really do believe you. It's time I get going. I've got practice today, as usual.
Good luck, Kasumi.
Well, be seeing you.
Be seeing you, you bean. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna romance her in my next playthrough. Which I might actually casually start pretty soon after this one. We'll see. We'll see, man. But I'm probably not going to be playing it on the channel. One of these days I might do a completion-y run thing on the channel. But yeah, not for a little bit, me thinkle. Man, sure must be nice not having to go to school. Listen, you try being a wanted fugitive and having that anxiety over you all day, motherfucker. It's not that great. Bullshit. A dead man cannot go to school, This would be all for nothing if they found out he's still alive. Doesn't it suck to live like a fugitive? Thank you! Thank you, On. Thank you. Always having to hide your face. I can barely see. I love that. Are you alright? You really needn't cover your eyes. Don't try too hard to hide yourself. You only stand out more. That's true, Makoto. She's always right. I think he chose a really good girlfriend for him. I think Makoto would be a very good wife because she's so, she's so able to help us continue to be a better version of ourselves, and I think that's a good trait in a partner, as long as, they meter it well. And always have the intention to help you and not to control you for their own feelings alone or anything like that. Anyway, that's always the hardest. Try hard, but not too hard. Yeah, I definitely get that too. I mean, I've kind of reached a happy medium finally, where I don't feel like I'm being super lazy about my YouTube, but I'm not overworking myself ever. And I think that's especially important when you're not actually getting much from what you're doing yet. When you're still starting out, and it's been a few months and I've been consistent about it, and I've had to train my mind to accept the anxiety of, oh no, what if this never takes off? Because I can see that numbers are increasing here and there, and like, you know, older videos still get hits and everything like that, and I feel like my newer ones get a few more than they used to, and regardless of all that, I enjoy making these videos. And they're this moment of and reprieve for me. I just keep thinking they need to have external validation, or else people aren't going to stop telling me, oh, you could be doing this better. But you know, why aren't you making money, or why aren't you getting a job, or why'd you stop doing that thing that made you money? It's because I don't fucking want to. I want to do this, and I'm gonna make it work. And if I can't, then I'll make something else I want to do work. That's it. That's what I've decided. Anyway. And that's why I got to this point where I'm able to just keep pushing, but not too hard, because then I'll snap and I won't be able to make stuff for a while anyway. And it also is very therapeutic for me, so I need to have this. So if I overwork it myself, it'll just be a weird cycle, and not great cycle, you know. In any case, we're ready to put the plan into action. Now all we need is your signal.
Okay.
All I need, Makoto, is your signal to go over to your house and have sex with you all day. Because I'd really like to do that, or, you know... I mean, I guess you'll probably have to come here, but goddamn, I bet he really wants to have some private time with Makoto right now, considering just what they're about to be up against, you know? Okay, so, you'll stand out too much during the day, so we need to go at night. We're about to face our toughest target to date. Don't skimp on your preparations. Plan for changing Shido's heart has begun. Try to steal your target's heart by the deadline. He's tough and knows the metaverse well. Your strengths are bonds that you're repaired. I'm trying to remember what exactly the bonds thing does. For this. Alright. Hey, sorry to bring this up now. I know you have your hands full. But Tadurks can do it. I have faith in all of you. Thank you, Mishima! Anyway, here's the info I have. This one's cruel. There's a group of scammers out there that's specifically targeting old people. Apparently, they're using some sort of spiritual mumbo-jumbo to trick them into paying up. How horrible. It really is. Anyway, they keep moving around, so it's been difficult to reliably track them. Apparently, the police have just stopped trying entirely. From what I've read online, their representative is a guy named Yoshihito Wakasa. Yoshihito Wakasa. By the way, let me know, people well-versed in Japanese, how well I pronounce that. I'd like to be able to at least pronounce Japanese names flawlessly. That'd be freaking cool. Sorry I don't have any more info than that. Good luck. It might be tough for us to go at a time like this, but the info itself is pretty worthwhile. If we have the chance to head into Mementos, he'd make a great target. Yeah. Hey, shouldn't you tell others about that target in Mementos? What should we do right now? That's the question, friends.